Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by and checking out this YouTube video. I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth stuff going forward on this YouTube channel, I think, just to keep content created when the weather gets slow, do some weather forecasting, live streaming like we have in the past, and then obviously the general video of the content I collect when out chasing. But this will make the channel a little bit more educational, a little bit more informative as well. So subscribe and turn on the notifications if you want to be notified when a new video is posted. But again, thanks for stopping by, and thanks to all you that have already subscribed. We're getting ready to head out on a hurricane chase. Tricia and I are going to be leaving to Florida this evening. This is the afternoon of Sunday, August the 27th. And Hurricane Idalia just formed. Idalia. I'm going to have to figure out how to say that right now that it's named. But another ice storm. And we did, let's see, Ida. Yeah, thinking of all the big, well, Irma in 2017. Ida in Louisiana, and then Ian in Florida last year. So a lot of these ice storms are becoming pretty intense storms. I think I has the most named damaging hurricanes, and this one's forecasted to become a hurricane. A lot of the models are trending stronger with the storm. I've been watching the models since a couple days ago, and they started off slow. Looked like maybe we'd get lucky to get a tropical storm. Yesterday, they kind of increased the intensity to where it looked like we'd get a hurricane, but some of them were still in tropical storm force criteria for when the storm made landfall. Now everything keeps trending stronger, and as long as the storm doesn't encounter a lot of dry air and training into it or wind shear, the Gulf of Mexico waters are really warm right now, well above average. So there's no reason to think that this storm couldn't develop into a major hurricane before making landfall. And some of the hurricane models have actually been showing for the last day now, major hurricane at landfall somewhere across the Florida Panhandle or down here across the western portion of Florida. So we'll get back in and talk a little bit more about Idalia. The storm right now, like I said, it just was named earlier today. 40-mile-per-hour winds. Pressure's down to 996 millibars. It's moving really slow right now, only north at 2 miles per hour, but it'll pick up some speed as it continues to drift north and then accelerate a little bit more northeast around midweek as it gets picked up by the influence of a trough coming across the eastern United States there. But let's dive in a little bit deeper. We'll look at the warning cone here right now. No watches or warnings for the coast of Florida yet, but we wouldn't expect that until landfall is a little bit more imminent. But then again, the storm's developing off the eastern Yucatan Peninsula. It's going to drift up north and then pick up some speed, develop into hurricane. Sometime on Tuesday is when it's forecasted to become a hurricane. May do so even tomorrow. These storms can blow up pretty quickly if conditions are favorable over this warm water. But definitely keep informed if you live in Florida, especially if you live anywhere in this kind of uncertainty here. Still could track anywhere from the Tampa Bay area, maybe up to the Panama City area. Looks like around late Tuesday, early Wednesday for a landfall. And we'll be down there to kind of document the storm as it moves on shore. And we'll go look at a couple other things real quick. Current satellite, we'll shift over here to the storms. Franklin, you can see out here, is expected to become a major hurricane and pass well west of Bermuda and well east of the east coast here. That's not going to be the case for our developing storm out here. It's still getting organized. Center is kind of right in here right now, and with the northward drift, I think probably the cone of uncertainty brings it up through this region here. Kind of a pretty good area where it'll track. So anywhere along the Florida coast here, you're going to be looking at definitely the storm surge potential over on the eastern side of it. Definitely pushing a lot of water inland there along the coast of Florida. The stronger the storm, the bigger the surge is going to be. Also, the stronger the wind, so a lot of power outages are expected. Trees will be down. And then some inland flooding. If we go over to the European model, we'll see that currently, take all this stuff off of there. Currently along the track, it doesn't look like too much rain currently. Anywhere from 2 to maybe 6 inches in some spots. But that's just one run of the European model. If we go back over to the run last night, it was a little bit different story. You can see here definitely across the Carolinas and particularly North Carolina, showing the potential for some really heavy rain there, well over a foot in some areas there, as this system decides to come up here into Florida and then get picked up by the trough, get kicked off to the northeast a little bit somewhere in that area. So a lot of heavy rain up here on the northern side of wherever that low tracks. If this low tracks a little bit more to the right and takes more of an easterly course through maybe say the Tampa Bay area and then turns off, not as much rainfall expected for the southeast. But if it takes more of a western track, the southeast could be looking at a lot of inland flooding with this storm. Another threat the storm will carry is a tornado potential. As this storm comes in, this is the NAM model, the North American model. As this storm comes into the Florida coast here, the NAM's not showing a really particularly strong major hurricane like some of the other models are. This would still be a pretty intense hurricane, probably Cat 2, with around 979, 980 millibars coming in there. But with it tracking in anywhere in this right front quadrant here, if you take the hurricane, kind of dissect it through the center there, this would be the right front quadrant of the storm. And low-level shear is just really favorable in here for tornadoes with any strong updrafts from the thunderstorms and the rain bands. And we can go over and look at the tornado threat. This one goes out to about the time of landfall. The NAM only goes out 84 hours, but if we go and look at supercell, composite, and the significant tornado parameter, you can see definitely along east and northeast of that system. If we look at a forecast sounding, we can see that the low-level shear is going to be really strong, turning in here, and enough instability for tornado potential. And there's even some indications of maybe some strong tornadoes down in there with some of the soundings. See if we can find one here real quick. That's not one. So if we go right along the coast here, looks like as these storms come inland, they'll be encountering real favorable shear. Well, it was showing some PDS. When you want to find it, you can't ever find it. Regardless, there'll be a tornado threat along the coast and inland, northeast of the surface low with this system. And then there's still the chance that this thing can become a major hurricane. Some of the hurricane models are showing a lot stronger system. This one's showing a 931 millibar low, so that would definitely be major hurricane status as it comes on shore. With this one having a little bit further track to the west. So then again, zoomed in here, if you live anywhere in between, I'd say this area here and the Tampa Bay area, I'd definitely be on the lookout for this hurricane to be making landfall probably Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. We'll be posting more updates. I'll probably do another update tomorrow as we're driving down, do some live streaming during the storm, and then post the basically the video content after the hurricane intercept is done. So it's pretty much all I've got for now. Again, ways to anything you guys would like me to cover or talk about, and leave in the comments. Make these videos educational and improve them. And again, we're going to go down to Florida and we'll set up, and we'll update you as the storm develops and develops into hurricane and approaches the coast. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.